Yo, what is up, fanboys? We back with another reaction video, and you know how we do. Welcome to the Chosen Ones. If you are not part of the Chosen Ones, man, check your subscribe button. If it's red, man, Reddit. Tap that notification bell and let's get into this. Tom MacDonald fake woke. Now, I'm about to go on a Tom MacDonald reacting spree right now because I got to get caught up, man. I do a video from here, there, everywhere, and I'm really not getting any consistency, so I need to hangover gang to pull up and see what's up over here. We're going to do some reactions to Tom MacDonald, so let's get into it, boys.
Billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed.
Let's get into it, boys.
I think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it.
Oh boy, one of these tracks, huh? Okay, here we go. All right, so yeah, I cannot. First and foremost, I'm going to say this. I am nobody's judge. Anything that I say has no judgment on anybody because nobody can judge anybody, period. I mean, you can if you want, but not a good idea. So he's just saying right here, basically, like, I'm getting busted in the mouth for being controversial, but there are some people who are representing things that I don't agree with. That's what he's saying.
It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun.
Wow. It's more difficult to purchase a gun, or it's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun.
M used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. We're ashamed to be American. You should probably love it, because you have the right to hate it and not get stoned to death in public. As children, we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system wants adults to sit down and shut up.
You know, that's crazy he said that, because I've said that 100 times. You know, when we have kids that when they're young, we just, oh man, come on, just walk, say daddy for the first time, blah, blah. And then you want them to sit down and shut up. And as adults, you raise your kids, and then the kids go to school and they're supposed to sit down and shut up. Raise your hand if you need to do something. Don't speak until spoken to, yada. And then you grow up into this adulthood where you're not allowed to speak your mind. You are, but you get judged and you get, you know, brought before what I would say is a social jury. You know, where people can just, you know, especially if you have content going on the internet, you know, as big as this guy, he's got almost 2 million subscribers, man. You're going to get you're going to get feedback on it.
As children, we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Cancel culture runs the world now, the planet went crazy. Label everything we say as homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. They never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need to change. They gave us tiny screens, we think we free because we can't see the cage. They knew that race war would be the game they need to play. For people to big teams, they use the media to feed the flame.
This is tough because I'm here to react to the music. I'm not here to give my opinion about, you know, what it is that he's talking about. But I know that people are going to be watching this and they're going to be saying, bro, what's your opinion? And I don't really, you know, I don't really have an opinion about what he's saying because you can't really argue with it, man. What he's saying is he's just laying out what his interpretation is of what's going on in today's society. Now, I can speak for myself and say, you know what, there are still situations, unfortunately, where race is involved in a lot of stuff. And there's nothing, you know, there's nothing you or I or anybody else is going to do with it until everybody decides that we don't want it to be a part of our vocabulary. We don't want to separate anymore. But is that ever going to happen? I mean, I can say I have all kinds of friends, man. I don't care what color you are. I don't care about your differences based on age, race, sex, religion, sexual orientation. You know, I don't care about any of that stuff. Do we vibe or don't we? If we don't, it's all good. I don't got no hate for nobody. And I don't need 75,000 friends either. But at the same time, I'm just trying to be cool. I've got great friends that are Puerto Rican. I got great friends that are African American. I got great friends that are white. And I got people that I don't talk to that are any, but it doesn't have anything to do with their race. You know, a lot of people are separated and there's nothing, you know, I don't see a foreseeable future where that's going to mend itself because there's so many strong-willed people on both sides of the coin that it's difficult. I don't want it. That's all I can speak for. I don't want any kind of separation, man. We live in America. We share this place. I don't care what color you are. We share this. We need to coincide and coexist and love one another. Help each other out, man. Life is tough enough as it is.
They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings.
I think it's crazy how these people screaming
Facts don't care about your feelings. Facts.
Facts, but they fake woke. Hate their neighbor cause he wears a mask or he stays home. Has a daughter, but his favorite artist said he slays hoes. Picks her up from school, music slaps on the way home. Censorship's an issue cause they choose what they erase. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. I think
there's a difference in censorship because it does get clouded in that area, because there are things that you're not allowed to say, but people wiggle their way into saying them. And then there's things that you just say, like, I have freedom of speech. I'm going to say what I want to say. I'll just stick this explicit tag on what it is that I'm saying, and I just open the door to whatever I want. Then you leave yourself open for interpretation. Then you leave yourself open for judgment. There's all kinds of things that come along with that. That's a difficult thing. You know, I'm not saying anybody's right, wrong, or whatever for putting their mind on their artistic ability and what they do with, you know, their songs and stuff and their lyrics. But I try to just do things that are relatable and things that are motivating and people can connect with, and maybe it just gets you in your feelings on one song. That's what I try to do. It doesn't make me right, but you know, he's just bringing up stuff that people want to try to avoid.
I think Black Lives Matter was the stupidest name when the system's screwing everyone exactly the same. I just want to spend Thanksgiving Day with food and my family without being accused of celebrating native casualties. We got so divided, it's black and white and political.
That's a whole tradition thing and religion and all that stuff, man, Tom. It's just that's a tough thing. I understand what you're saying. But we as Americans, they just label things as holidays and traditions. Instead of, you know what, let's just take this day and let's just love one another. Let's start with our family. Let's just show, you know, they don't do that. It's about, you know, tradition. Everybody, we always done it this way and we've always done it that way. And we need, you know, that's a tough discussion.
Being accused of celebrating native casualties. We got so divided, it's black and white and political. Republicans are bigots, libtards if you're liberal. There's riots in our streets and it's just getting worse. Y'all screaming deep on the police, y'all are genius for sure. They're underfunded already, they're way too busy to work. Order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first. Segregation ended.
Oh, call the cops, call for your food, and see who answers first. Woo! I don't know if it's who's going to answer first or who's going to show up first, but the bottom line, I think emergency 911 is going to answer first, but I think your food's going to show up first, depending on where you live. But I get the idea.
That's a lie in itself. That was a strategy to make us think they were trying to help. They knew that racism was hot if they designed it to sell. We buy up every single box and divide us ourselves.
They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings.
We use violence to get peace and wonder why it isn't working. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin. Politicians are for sale and
This boy got some bars.
wonder why it isn't working. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin. Politicians are for sale and someone always makes the purchase. But you and I cannot afford it. Our democracy is worthless. If a man has mental illness, call him crazy. Say it silently. When country's going crazy, we accept it as society. Get sick and take a pill. When the side effects get you high, you get addicted like these rappers dying fighting with sobriety. Censoring the facts turns our children into idiots. They claim it's for our safety. I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't the damage, points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How do we let them make praying a microaggression? Instead of asking God for the strength to keep winning, we cheat to get ahead.
What is going on, man? What is going on? Now, I don't want to get involved in this because there's people that could be like, oh, like, I don't want any of that stuff. I'm just saying, like, he's bringing up some seriously valid topics. Seriously topics that could have a deep discussion from all kinds of angles. It's hard because I can't really say, you know, how I feel because I'm not trying to get belted in the comment section. What I really like to do is just give my feedback on the music, and dude's got bars and he's bringing up, you know, legitimate topics that people can choose to discuss or not.
And then we ask him for forgiveness.
Feminism used to be the most righteous of fights, but these days it feels like they secretly hate guys. I don't trust anyone who bleeds for a week and don't die. I'm just kidding, but everything else that I said is right. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings.
You know, I love the song. I love the fact that, you know, people can be edgy. They can get upset. They can do all the things they want to do when people bring up these type of topics. But somebody has to address it. Whether you agree with it, disagree with it, it still evokes conversation. It still evokes things, you know, where we can meet at a common median because music is universal. So it gives us a platform, but some people want to talk about it, some people don't. He's raising topics. Period. He's doing it in a thing that he loves, and he's doing it to a beat that's dope, and it's Tom MacDonald is what it is, man. I can't really say, you know, how I feel about it other than he made a great song and brought up great topics, and it is what it is, man. Love y'all, Hangover Gang, man. Check your subscribe button right now if that's Redman on Reddit. Tap that notification bell, and we out. Deuces. We'll catch you on the next.